You're like a circle that floats around me.
Hi, Maribeth. How are you?
Hi, good morning, Miss Pam. I'm good. I'm doing well.
Okay. So first of all, I'd like you to tell me something about yourself.
Okay. I'm Maribeth Palo-Palo, a freelance virtual assistant and currently residing in the Philippines. I took up an associate course during my college days at San Pedro College of Business Administration. I've also worked in a semicon company for 22 years and also worked in a manufacturing company as a assistant secretary and worked in a bank as a data encoder. Currently, I am a volunteer worker in our church. I am an advisor in our youth young professional ministry and a youth leader in one of our organization in the church.
Okay. So what are your strengths?
My strength includes I am a person who pays attention to details. I make sure that everything that I do has been checked triple times, so many times before submitting anything to the person or to my clients. I'm also a hardworking person and a passionate one.
Okay, good. And how about your weakness?
My weakness. Well, I hate waiting. I really hate waiting. So I'm a little bit impatient when it comes to time because I value time so much. I know that our time is so precious. So that's one of my weaknesses. But making sure that I'm working on it by example, I'm waiting for a certain person because he's late. I'm doing other things like reading or watching something that could uh, add knowledge to me or could give me some time to really learn from it.
Okay. So next question is, are you a lifelong learner, or are you studying at the moment, or currently in a training?
Um, yes, I am currently attending a training at DICT for a technical training for general virtual assistants. I'm a lifelong learner. I believe that learning should never stops. And if given the chance, if given the opportunity, we should take every possible opportunity to learn and add knowledge to our life.
Okay. So how long have you been a freelancer?
Yes, I've been since I said a while ago that I've been a volunteer worker in our church. I've been a volunteer working uh, for almost a decade now, I guess.
Mhm.
I work as an administrator assistant in our church, and also I volunteer as a project manager, or we conduct seminars, conferences in the church. So I am the one responsible in organizing all of that.
Okay, so what made you decided to volunteer on the organization?
uh, I decided to volunteer in the organization, aside from the fact that it could help me learn more about uh, organizing events and doing administrative tasks. It also give me or help me to communicate with people more, all the more, to uh, deal with different kinds of people from all walks of life that I know in due time while I have my real job. It could be a big help to me.
Okay, so if I decide to hire you, what work can you do for me?
Oh, I can do the administrative work for you. I could support you in the doing your administrative task like uh, data entry, uh, uh, web research. I can also do that. I can organize meetings and events, conferences, seminars for you if happens you want to have one. And also I can do the encoding, the transcription. I know a little, and basic graphic designing using Canva and uh, form creation, basic form creation, and a little basic of accounting.
Okay, so based on all the services that you have mentioned, what is your service specialization among them, and why did you choose? Why did you choose that niche?
My specialization is the data entry or the
Mhm.
back office support because I've been working for it, volunteering for it for the past decade now. So I'm quite familiar with the role of an administrative assistant with the or the back office support like encoding, file management, uh, web research, phone calls, email marketing, and basic graphic design.
Okay, so this project requires 40 hours per week, so that means you're going to work with me at 8 hours daily.
Yes.
But only require Mondays to Fridays. And are you willing to work on Eastern Standard Time?
Yes, ma'am. On a different schedule is not a problem to me. I used to work in a semicon where I work on a graveyard shift. So my schedule there is very transparent. I work in the morning and sometimes I work in the evening. So working on that time zone is really not a problem with me.
Okay, are you willing to work with teams or do you prefer alone?
Working with a team or working alone has never been a problem to me. Back in my previous work, I said I have been trained to work with a team. On my volunteer work, I usually work with a group of people organizing events, and working alone is not really a problem. In my work in a semicon company, I used to work alone because technically I am only one on that room working. So not really a problem whether it's a team work or working alone.
Okay, so do you have a service fee range for this project requirement?
Yes, yes, ma'am. With this project, I usually work on an hourly basis. So I charge my clients $7 per hour. But I could also offer you packages that you may consider in looking so we could negotiate in a very nicely manner.
Okay, so how do you picture yourself 5 years from now, or what is your long-term goal as a freelancer?
My long-term goal in a freelancer, I've always been wanted to help other people. So with this new phase, with this new job, I am looking forward to building a training agency or a company that could help other freelancers because once in a while, once upon a time, I've been a newbie and I know how hard, how difficult and how exciting to explore this world of freelancing. So I am looking forward to having my own company or agency on training freelancers.
Okay, so what is your understanding of the job requirements and description?
Well, my understanding of the job description is that you are looking for someone who can manage your social media accounts or who can do the administrative tasks, scheduling, the calendar management, and do some graphic designs for you, researching. That's what I've learned. That's what I see on the job description that you posted. You are looking for someone who can do all this task for you.
Okay, so I tell you honestly that I am very focused and serious about this project, and maybe there will be a time that I can ask you to work harder. So, how do you take negative feedbacks or criticism?
Okay. I'm always open to criticisms. I turn criticisms or negative feedbacks if that's what other people would do. I always turn them into constructive criticisms. I know that with all these criticisms, I would be able to improve myself more and be efficient and effective all the more on my task on my current job.
Okay, so last question. Do you have any more questions about the project or to me?
Well, my question is that I just wanted to know the scope of the projects. I wanted
Mm-hmm.
also to know the tools and the applications that this project needs, and if you have any target schedule for this project.
Okay. I'm going to send you an email on the details of this project that I needed from you. So if there are any more questions, and you can ask now, but if you don't have, then we'll just communicate through email. I'm going to send you the results of this interview. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your time also. God bless.
You're like a circle that floats around me.